A BBC investigation shows the lengths men in Ukraine are going to in order to avoid being drafted. Now to Ukraine, BBC News has found that many thousands of men have been fleeing Ukraine illegally since the beginning of the war with Russia to avoid being drafted. After Russia's invasion last year, most men aged between 18 and 60 were banned from leaving, but some have taken great risks to get out. Ukraine has borders with 7 countries, and data obtained from the 5 countries highlighted on the map here show that almost 20,000 men have crossed the border illegally since the war broke out, and a further 21,000 have been caught by Ukrainian authorities. So how are they doing it? Zhana Betspchuk has more now on the men escaping their country at war.
Stopped by border police, the men are ordered onto their knees. For Ukrainians without a military exemption, crossing the border illegally is the most popular way of escaping the draft. Some get caught, but for much of this war, dozens of men have managed to flee this way every day. Using Freedom of Information requests, BBC Eye has established that the most common route out is over Ukraine's border with Moldova. In a refugee center in Moldova, we meet Eric, a musician who is hoping to go to the US to be reunited with his family. He's arrived from Ukraine on foot.
I just looked at the map. I heard rumors about where to go, took a risk, and it worked out.
Eric says he has a serious health condition, but wasn't granted a medical exemption, commonly known as a white ticket.
I tried to process the documents for 6 months, but no one allowed me to do it. My patience ran out, and I decided to live this way.
We heard that some men are paying substantial bribes to obtain a white ticket. To find out more, we asked a local journalist to pretend to be a man who wants to leave Ukraine. A quick search reveals at least 6 groups offering help on the messaging app Telegram. Our undercover journalist contacts one of them and is soon offered a white ticket. Officials at these centers work closely with military doctors to decide who can get a medical exemption.
They send me an example of this white ticket. For me, this document looks real.
Probably they know somebody in that office, so this is corruption.
The BBC showed its findings to a senior politician from the ruling party.
We are doing our best to reduce the number of corruption cases. Those who try to avoid mobilization are about 1 to 5%. They are definitely not critical to the defense of Ukraine.
Ukraine doesn't release official figures on the size of its army, but says it has over 800,000 troops. As this conflict turns into a war of attrition, Ukraine will need all the soldiers it can get. Zhana Betspchuk, BBC News, Kyiv.